The NFL has been home to some of the most extraordinary athletes in sports history. They've rewritten the record books, given us unforgettable moments, and inspired generations. But who are the greatest of all time? Today we're counting down the top 10 greatest NFL players ever. Watch until the end. You won't want to miss who claims the top spot. Kicking off our list at number 10 is Reggie White, affectionately known as the Minister of Defence. Over 15 seasons, Reggie White proved to be one of the most dominant defensive players the NFL has ever seen. He racked up an incredible 198 career sacks, which ranks second all time. But it wasn't just the numbers, it was how he did it. White's combination of raw power, speed, and technique made him nearly impossible to block. Offensive coordinators would spend sleepless nights game planning against him, only to see him bulldoze their best linemen anyway. A 13-time Pro Bowler and 2-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year, White helped lead the Green Bay Packers to a Super Bowl X-Swipe seat victory, where he sacked Drew Bledsoe 3 times. Off the field, his character shone just as brightly. As an ordained minister, Reggie inspired teammates and fans alike, becoming a true icon of the game. At number 9, we have Walter Payton, the legendary running back for the Chicago Bears. Known as Sweetness, Peyton had a unique playing style that was a mix of elegance and toughness. He wasn't just a great runner, he was also an elite blocker, receiver, and even a passer. In fact, Peyton threw 8 career touchdown passes, showing his versatility. Peyton's career rushing total of 16,126 yards was an NFL record at the time of his retirement. But it wasn't just the stats that defined him, it was his will to win. Peyton played on losing teams for much of his career but never took a playoff. His defining moment came in 1985, leading the Bears to a Super Bowl win, solidifying his legacy. Beyond football, his humanitarian efforts were remarkable, which is why the NFL named its most prestigious award after him, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award. At number 8, we have Peyton Manning, the cerebral quarterback who revolutionized the position. Nicknamed the Sheriff for his ability to control the game at the line of scrimmage, Manning had a career that spanned 18 seasons, highlighted by 5 MVP awards, the most in NFL history. Manning was known for his meticulous preparation. He would spend hours studying film, finding weaknesses in opposing defenses, and then exploiting them on game day. His 2013 season with the Denver Broncos was one for the ages, throwing for 55 touchdowns and 5,477 yards, both single-season records. With 2 Super Bowl victories, one with the Indianapolis Colts and another with the Denver Broncos, Manning capped off his career with the storybook ending every athlete dreams of. Today, his influence can be seen in how quarterbacks approach the mental aspect of the game. Joe Montana at number 7 earned the nickname Joe Cool for his unshakable composure in high-pressure moments. A 4-time Super Bowl champion and 3-time Super Bowl MVP, Montana was the heart of the San Francisco 49ers dynasty of the 1980s. Montana's defining moment came in the 1981 NFC Championship game, where he orchestrated the iconic play known as the catch, a perfectly placed throw to Dwight Clark in the end zone that's still replayed to this day. Over his career, Montana had 31 fourth-quarter comebacks, proving time and again why he was the ultimate clutch performer. In an era where defenses ruled, Montana's precision and poise made him unstoppable. If the game was on the line, you wanted Joe Montana under center. Coming in at number 6 is Lawrence Taylor, or simply LT. Widely regarded as the best defensive player of all time, Taylor changed the way football was played. A 2-time Super Bowl champion with the New York Giants, LT's dominance was unmatched. He recorded 142 sacks, in his career, but his impact went beyond numbers. Taylor's unique blend of speed, power, and aggression made him a nightmare for offensive linemen and quarterbacks. His 1986 season was one of the greatest ever by a defender, earning him the NFL MVP award, a rarity for defensive players. LT's influence was so significant that coaches began designing game plans specifically to contain him, leading to the development of the modern left tackle position. Without a doubt, LT was the ultimate game wrecker. If you enjoyed this video so far, don't forget to subscribe for more sports content like this one. Jim Brown, number 5 on our list, is often considered the most physically gifted player to ever step onto a football field. Standing at 6'2" and 232 pounds, Brown combined size, speed and power in a way no one had seen before. In just 9 seasons with the Cleveland Browns, Brown led the league in rushing 8 times and won 3 MVP awards. He retired as the NFL's all-time leading rusher with 12,312 yards, despite playing in an era with shorter seasons. Off the field, Brown was a trailblazer for civil rights, using his platform to fight for equality. His dominance, both as a player and a person, remains legendary. Coming in at number 4 is Johnny Unitas, the quarterback who paved the way for the modern passing game. Known as Johnny U, he played 18 seasons and set the gold standard for consistency, leadership and toughness. Unitas was the first quarterback to make the passing game a focal point in an era when teams relied heavily on running the ball. One of his most iconic performances came in the 1958 NFL championship game, often called the greatest game ever played. In front of a national audience, Unitas led the Baltimore Colts to an overtime victory against the New York Giants, showcasing his calm under pressure and clutch playmaking. He also set an NFL record with 47 consecutive games with a touchdown pass, a mark that stood for over half a century. For his 3 MVP awards, 3 championships, and pioneering impact on the sport, Johnny Unitas remains a legend. At number 3, we have Barry Sanders, the running back who turned every play into a highlight reel. Sanders was a master of unpredictability. 1 second he'd be surrounded by defenders, the next he'd be sprinting toward the end zone. He defied physics with his sharp cuts and lightning-quick acceleration, leaving even the best defenders grasping at air. In his 10 seasons with the Detroit Lions, Sanders rushed for 15,269 yards and 99 touchdowns. What's even more remarkable is that he did it with minimal help, playing behind an average offensive line and on teams that rarely made playoff runs. Despite retiring at the peak of his career, Sanders' legacy remains untouchable. Fans still wonder how much more he could have achieved had he played longer. But even in his relatively short career, he established himself as one of the all-time greats. Taking the number 2 spot is Jerry Rice, the greatest wide receiver of all time and perhaps the most statistically dominant player in NFL history. Rice holds records in virtually every major receiving category: 1,549 career receptions, 22,895 receiving yards, and 197 touchdowns. These aren't just records, they're milestones that may never be broken. Rice's work ethic was legendary. Known for his grueling off-season training in the hills of California, he pushed himself to limits others couldn't imagine. His dedication translated to on-field success as he played at an elite level well into his late 30s. A 3-time Super Bowl champion with the San Francisco 49ers, Rice was the ultimate weapon in Bill Walsh's revolutionary West Coast offense. His ability to perform in clutch moments, like his 215-yard performance in Super Bowl 123, solidified his legacy. Jerry Rice wasn't just a receiver, he was the receiver. Finally, at number 1, we have Tom Brady, the quarterback who transcended greatness to become the undisputed GOAT. Brady's story began in 2000 when he was drafted 199th overall by the New England Patriots. No one expected much from him, but Brady's combination of relentless preparation, mental toughness, and clutch performances changed the course of NFL history. With 7 Super Bowl titles, more than any franchise, and countless records, including career passing touchdowns and yards, Brady's resume is unparalleled. Perhaps his most iconic moment came in Super Bowl LI, when he led the Patriots back from a 28-3 deficit against the Atlanta Falcons, completing the greatest comeback in NFL history. Even as he aged, Brady continued to defy expectations, winning a Super Bowl with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 43 years old. His longevity, leadership, and ability to deliver on the biggest stage make him the greatest NFL player of all time. And there you have it, the top 10 greatest NFL players of all time. Each of these legends has left a mark on the game that will never fade. But now it's your turn. Do you agree with our list? Who do you think deserves the top spot? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more sports greatness. See you next time.